Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. It's maybe a bit of a departure from the scientific presentations that have been presented so far, very engaging and very stimulating. Thank you to the previous presenters. My objective today was to basically present an initiative that's happening at national level, basically spearheaded by the government, which we feel is a starting point for stimulating the space of AI and AI capacity development in South Africa. So my objective today is just to give you a taste of it, to give you an idea of this initiative that's happening locally. So I hope that it will be interesting for you. If you would allow me, sorry, I haven't got my video on for my face. I hope that's okay. I just want to get this to go.
Yes, that's fine if you don't want to appear.
Right. I have a short video as an introduction. Is that all right if I can play that?
Yes, certainly.
Right, there it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, today we gather to discuss a transformative technology that has the potential to reshape our world: artificial intelligence. Envision a future where AI empowers farmers to maximize crop yields, doctors to diagnose and treat diseases efficiently, and businesses to streamline operations. This technology can bring prosperity to millions of people across Africa, but we must proceed with caution, ensuring ethical development and widespread access. The Tshwane University of Technology is proud to be at the forefront of AI innovation. Our projects span across government catalytic projects in AI, including AI capacity building for public servants, the AI motor industry infrastructure enhancement program, modernizing public services, and AI in farming and food production. We're harnessing the power to improve lives and create a more inclusive world. In healthcare, our emotion computing project detects human emotions using advanced machine learning techniques that can lead to better outcomes and quality of life. Our collaborative robotics platform enables robots to work closely with humans, enhancing efficiency and safety in the workplace. Our assistive intelligent technologies improve the lives of individuals with disabilities, providing dignity and opportunity. In the manufacturing sector, we are partnering with companies to prepare for the evolving industrial landscape. Our gamified learning project, assistive AI learning project, Lady Eng project, and Cyberlihle project all focus on promoting sustainable development, improving employee satisfaction, and streamlining business operations. Agriculture is also benefiting from our innovative AI projects: our quadcopter for intelligent chemical spraying, cell phone-based intelligent plant diagnosis system, farmer-assisted humanoid robot, Ubuntu Agriculture e-commerce project, and computer vision-based fertile egg classification system all contribute to increased efficiency and profitability, promoting sustainability and economic growth. This groundbreaking initiative will revolutionize industries, create new opportunities, and improve lives across the African continent. Let us embrace this technology together and work towards a brighter, more prosperous future for all.
Thank you once again. That was just an introduction that gives a taste of some of the initiatives that have stemmed from the launch of this institute. So I'll try and give us some background into it, just to give you some context with regard to the video that I just presented. So what is this institute? Where does it stem from? As an introduction, I thought it would be useful just to give some context. So the government has embodied the importance of the advancement in digital technologies and how they are placed to advance the course of human development and global interest. I think this is, from what we've been hearing today already, there's a lot of potential benefits depending on your ideology and philosophy. There could be greater good that we could achieve from the technologies if they're utilized in the correct way. Many of you might be aware of this presidential commission that was established for 4IR. And some of the objectives of this commission was to establish and provide a guide on how South Africa as a country can take advantage of emerging digital technologies at global scale, right? And this report, for those who are aware, was actually published a few years ago. One of the key recommendations from this report was related to the establishment of a national AI institute. And there's many objectives that this institute seeks to achieve through its establishment. And some of the objectives relate to the need for R&D and its implementation to be embedded with the state. And there's some reasoning for that. It is to leverage the power of AI in solving societal problems to a great extent. And I'll provide some examples of that. Through this initiative, it is seen that it will enable the generation of new knowledge and various creative technology applications in various sectors that is seen to benefit society at large. These include the sectors of health, agriculture, our education sector, energy, which is an area of contention, the manufacturing industry and increasing its performance, tourism, and the ICT sector in general. So these are just some of the areas that government sees could greatly benefit through the intervention of AI technologies, and in particular, the AI domain. So some of the projects that have been identified through this initiative are, as I mentioned, seek to solve various societal problems that are faced in our nation. There's many, but the idea is to see how we can utilize this initiative to address some key critical areas. So some of the projects that have been identified through this initiative basically seeks to utilize capacity centered around basically AI hubs, and they must basically be linked to solving national problems through the use of artificial intelligence. So there's a number of areas that government has basically identified that basically could contribute to the space of solving many societal problems that we face today. So through these set of government catalytic projects, so they're seen as projects that could stimulate development in the space of society that could have a national impact at solving some of these societal problems, and that could be scaled to basically address many government sector policies and strategies. So it is an initiative that is trying to draw the power of AI in solving many problems. So I will try and unpack some of those problems as we go along that we're trying to focus on. So this figures tries to sort of summarize very briefly some of the areas that have been identified as potential areas that AI could make a sort of an impact on in solving some of these challenges that we face as a society. We've already heard about the need for regulation and how we manage identities locally. So that's one of the initiatives that is seen that where AI can make a considerable contribution to that, but one that is managed at national level. The whole aspect of the motor industry and the impact that AI could play within contributing to utilizing AI-based technologies to increase efficiencies in that sector is another area. We have seen the impact of our justice system and the impact of how technologies could basically be brought to come alongside this particular sector. So this is just to give you an idea of the areas that government sees that AI could make a considerable impact on in creating efficiencies in these sectors. And this is broadly the sectors that the government has basically established, and it's utilizing these artificial intelligence hubs that have been established to basically speak to these government catalytic projects and bring about solutions in these sectors. So that's just at a national level. So in terms of then answering to these, to the needs of government, the different hubs that have been established, there are 2 hubs at the moment. By the way, there was a hub that was launched at the University of Johannesburg in November of last year. And TUT launched a second hub in March of this year, basically to contribute to this initiative. And as a group at TUT, we have basically drawn on our capacities in different environments, different faculties within the university, to basically contribute to the need that has been expressed from the government's side. So some of the areas that we are working on, which was captured in this introductory video that I played a bit earlier, speaks to solutions that we are currently developing, mainly from a technology development point of view. So we utilize a lot of underlying algorithms to basically propose solutions into these areas. And these are areas such as utilization of AI in the healthcare sector, the use of AI in farming and food production, which is quite critical. And we have got a lot of initiatives where we're using a lot of AI-based technologies to recommend efficiency improvement in the manufacturing sector that could address some of the challenges being faced in that area. So there are other areas that we're looking in the telecommunications sector, for example, AI that's being used to manage and monitor the transport sector. So there's a number of areas that as TUT, we are focusing on to draw our AI capacities and speak to some of these national challenges that are being faced and propose solutions. So that's just a summary of the main foci that TUT is basically speaking towards, and some of the areas that we basically contribute to. It's basically from different angles of proposing solutions. So we're very technology oriented in proposing solutions in those sectors and coming up with innovative technologies, proposals or recommendations for those sectors. But it comes with that element of training that is required. We're a higher education institute and mandated to provide the required training that allows for a lot of these technology developments to take place at the institution. So just a touch on some of the projects that we're currently focusing on, which came out a bit on through that video that was presented. So we've got this interest of seeing how AI as a technology can be used to provide solutions in various sectors. So one of the sectors, which is a flagship project at TUT, is the use of AI in the farming and food production sector. So one of the projects that was built was to utilize basically a drone that collects information for in a farming context and uses intelligence-based recommender systems and AI approaches to make more precise or let's say precision operations to take place within the context of farming and spraying of chemicals or fertilizers in this particular context. Another example is a specific solution that was built for cell phone-based technologies to identify diseases, plant diseases, using image processing and classification techniques that makes it more viable for farmers in various parts of the country to easily identify potential diseases that plants might be experiencing. And this is another example of a project that is oriented towards supporting the farming industry. And there's a number of other projects which I haven't captured here, but it's basically giving that orientation of how AI as a technology could be utilized in proposing solutions for this specific sector. The other area I mentioned, which was presented in that presentation, the video earlier, is the use of AI in the healthcare sector. So we've had this inclination or interest within our Faculty of Engineering that utilizes 4IR-based technologies to come up with solutions that could provide, let's say, the ease of individuals that may be facing some sort of limitation due to either disease or disability. Our objective is to see how the technologies can come alongside the human to assist the human. So one specific research group that we have is an assistive living research group that looks at how 4IR-based technologies can be utilized for improving the lives of humans on a daily basis. So one of the projects that we're currently working on is a project called the Emotion Computing Project. So the idea is to utilize the ability to detect more precisely the emotions of a human. I know it sounds a bit funny, but the idea is to use it as a strategy to determine if there are underlying health conditions for an individual and to be able to predict an individual that's at risk. So we are using basic AI-based technologies, a lot of them that were mentioned today, to try and use multiple sources of data that are captured of an individual to better predict the situation of an individual. And we're using the outcomes of this particular project for different applications. But that's just, again, to give you an idea. We all are aware of the potential benefits of using robotic-based platforms. The manufacturing sector, we are quite aware of it. But we've got this idea of using robots as an assistive tool in where a robot can be brought alongside a human to improve the efficiency of the human. That's basically one of the contexts and philosophies that we drive within our research group. And we're using a lot of techniques, including reinforcement learning, in a way that the robot then can basically provide assistance to the human. So that's, again, just in the context of the healthcare sector, where we're proposing solutions that can use artificial intelligence techniques to improve the lives of the humans. We've got a very strong manufacturing sort of research group within our Faculty of Engineering as well. And there are two startups that are basically using a lot of artificial intelligence techniques, mainly in the manufacturing industry context, to assist with organizations in improving the efficiencies. So these are two specific examples that basically provide solutions for manufacturing enterprises and industries at large to assist with improving their efficiencies in the marketplace effectively. So that just sort of brings me a bit early in my presentation. As a university, in proposing solutions for society at large, our objective is to see how the projects that we are currently working on can have this positive societal impact through the solutions we provide and the technology innovations that we're currently busy with. And to achieve this, obviously, we still have to fall back on our main mandate as a higher education institution, which focuses on human capital development. So as part of proposing solutions, we are also taking up the need to train society on artificial intelligence ideologies and theoretical concepts, so that we have an impact of, I would say, enabling society at large, and basically contributing to building capacity within our nation in AI-based techniques at a national scale to a great extent. That basically concludes my presentation. I will stop at this stage. I hope it was clear and useful. Thank you.